Where them rooms at? Tell me where they hide. Microsoft Teams got the connections we're riding. Clicking on the app, but I'm lost in this maze. I need that conference vibe for the collab craze.
Nothing like a camera glitch as soon as we come online. Michelle, you there? All right, Jimmy's doing this solo this week. Let's talk a little bit about everything that we've had coming this week. There's a whole bunch of news that we have for you. First, I want to say thank you to everybody out in Redmond. We did an in-person boot camp. We did a virtual boot camp. We had tons of people in person. We have a lot of people posting on LinkedIn and sharing. I want to thank everybody that actually posted on LinkedIn, went through everything that we were teaching. Happy Friday to everybody that's out there. You can see that there was a whole bunch of interest online, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, everywhere else. But also, we had an amazing time in person. Now, for those that joined us in person, you saw our sponsors, Audio Codes, Logitech, Poly, and Shure out there this week. But I also wanted to say thank you. And this is a shot in person at one of the evening events that we had. These are the people that were in person with us. Our goal for next year is to double this. So please, 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 next year, if you want to join us in person, please make sure to know that we do this in Q3, around Q3, Q4, and make sure that you have budget to travel with us. Let's move on to the new Teams Room news of the week. First, Teams Room Android. There were a whole bunch of new introductions in this version of Android while we were out at the boot camp. It came out. Happy to say it's out there. Also, there were speaker attribution. There were a whole bunch of things announced for Microsoft Teams Rooms on Android. Michelle, so nice of you to show up and fill in. I know that Marin's on her way back, but he's having technical issues today.
Oh, wow. What a start. What a start.
Also, our friends at Logi introduced a small entry-level Teams Room. This is a budget-friendly solution. If your customers are out there and saying, hey, we need more budget-friendly solutions, Michelle, this is a great one.
Yeah, this is a good one. It's great for those small meeting rooms. We know there's a lot of meeting rooms out there that still don't have video in them. So this is that solution for that.
Yeah. Also, facilitator Microsoft Teams meetings. We've talked about this with Teams Rooms and everything else. Please make sure it's also on your desktop. You know, while we're in private preview on the Teams Room solution, go ahead and put it on your desktop and make sure that everything's working. Great reminder for us to go ahead and identify everything. Michelle, this is a key. There is a new device deployment playbook. I want to thank Matt Slomka for all of his efforts putting this together.
I think this is one of the most popular playbooks that is out there. Matt has put in an amazing amount of work. It hadn't been updated in a minute, but now there's a new version. You can download that now, ak.ms/team-devices-deployment-playbook. Not sure who came up with that, but that's
right off the tongue. Right off the tongue. But we always ask partners to actually take this, brand it, so that their customers have the latest and greatest. This includes things like AOSP, all of the different device code flow management solutions, and Windows updates that we've had over the past year. Speaking of playbooks, there is a new playbook as well, Martin Bowen, Microsoft 365 Copilot and Teams Room Playbook. We talked about this during the boot camp like crazy, but it's actually out there at the AK.ms. You see at the bottom of the screen.
Can we have another playbook, please?
We can have another playbook too. We can have the Microsoft Places Deployment Guide and Deployment Playbook. So aka.ms/Places Deployment. And speaking of Microsoft Places, there is also a proof of value with Places that you can go and grab as well. There's a lot of documents that just got pushed this week. Again, leading up to the boot camp, a lot of us were working on things and everything else, so we're updating to make sure that they get out there and they're valuable to you. And speaking of valuable, Michelle, we always ask our Microsoft partners to go through these learning paths, Microsoft Teams Room Learning Path and the Places Learning Path. And this is where you get all the learnings for your badges.
Yes, and from the last bootcamp, I think we're going to be uploading the new content in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you keep an eye on that Rooms Learning Path as well.
Absolutely. And speaking of Places, Microsoft Places has their badge up. If you go through that learning path, you can go to Expert Zone and you can get your Microsoft Places solution badge as well. All of these are under the AKAs that are seen here. Again, we've got Learning Pass for rooms, for phones, for everything, because it is the platform and everything that makes it work that really, really gets us together. Now, Michelle, we're going to give you a head start on the Microsoft Teams Room Technical Badge 2025. We haven't released this yet, but again, this is based off of the boot camp, so I'm going to ask you a question. How does the interpreter agent enhance multilingual Teams meetings? We've got a key here. Select all that apply, Michelle.
Okay, Jimmy, I'm still very jet lagged, so I can't read past A and B. Hopefully that's enough.
A and B are the correct answers. Provides real-time speech-to-speech interpretation and removes language barriers for our participants. We all know the challenge. And Michelle, thank you for speaking English as your second language, because if this was in Dutch, I'd really, really be in trouble. But we can go ahead, when we release that badge at Teams Room Tech Badge, go ahead and take last year's badge now. But when we do release the new one, you're going to be pulled 100 questions, 50 exam questions. A passing grade is 80%. That you can do on that badge. Now let's talk about some upcoming events, Michelle, because we just finished the boot camp, but we have a lot of things coming up. Our friends at AVISPL will be doing a tech meetup in Nashville on June 18th. This is a great event if you and your customers are around the area. One of our GBBs, Mark Hodge, who I'm a big fan of and does a great job presenting, will be there to show live demonstrations of the AI-powered collaboration tools. Microsoft Build is next week, Michelle. Have you filled out your sessions yet?
No, not yet, but it might be one of my favorite conferences because this is the week that I can fully nerd out. There's a lot of stuff that you need to catch. The session builder is live. Make sure you start building your calendar and tune into a lot of these great sessions built. There's going to be a lot of exciting announcements, of course, in the world of Copilot as well. So I cannot wait for next week.
Yeah, in Seattle and online. This is a great opportunity. I know we're going to have a lot of news next week because when the book of news of Build comes out, we're going to be scanning through there and going, all right, what relates to our rooms, customers, and partners, and pulling it out and going through it. Also, the week of Wednesday, June 4th, I will be up in Nova Scotia for our friends with Cisco and IMP Solutions doing a breakfast. If you're in the Nova Scotia area, please make sure to come and join us. AI and AV Executive Leadership Summit. It's something that you'll never forget. But we're going to have an amazing opportunity to bring together a couple of people in person at Infocom. Ilya Bookstein will be doing this. You and I did an AMA with Ilya in person. You know, not everybody got to see this because this is one of the benefits of coming in person to the boot camp. There were things that were leaked there that were pretty important.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about the thing that he spoke about that we can talk about, but that we're working on that we just can't talk about. But it's pretty exciting.
It was kind of funny, you know. We were going through, we were doing things and everything else, and you know, I mean, he's willing to talk about everything. And the marketing department was in the back of the room going, no, and going through everything. Also, Logitech will be doing a webinar. Myself and Michelle will be doing 2 separate webinars. I will be Thursday, May 29th at 2 p.m. EST, and Michelle, you will be May 29th at 1 p.m. CET. Our friends at Logitech will be presenting a lot of their solutions for Microsoft Teams rooms and other solutions that they have on these webinars, and go through everything. Now, you might have questions, Michelle. Everybody has questions. Why not ask a devices? Teams devices Ask Me Anything session. Myself, Higgsy, Graham, Phil, Justin, Michael will all be there next week, May 21st. Please join us. The one thing you can't ask is, what did Ilya say during the Ask Me Anything?
You can ask, but you probably won't know.
I see that Carlos was gold. Yes, we had a lot of information that came out of that session with Ilya. And all of the links for today's show can be found at smtr.show. Please make sure to go and download anything that you need or you saw on this show. With that said, we are all jet lagged. We want to thank everybody because the boot camp does not run by itself. Please know that there is a tremendous amount of effort that's put into this. I want to thank everybody that was behind the scenes, everybody answering questions, everybody that put things together, everybody that coordinated us. Michelle, you and I are like 2 teenagers that are going out and, oh my God, we had people that were handling us so that you're on now, come back, and things like that. So
can we please do this? Can we please do that? Can we please change something?
Right. Go record this. Can you grab this person to do that? We're pulled in 90 different directions. But thank you to everyone for the support every single week. And thank you for everything that you do around our community. With that, Michelle, run that video and take us out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Peace. Bye-bye.